What, my mother-in-law gets a seat? There's leftovers in the kitchen. He cooked for 18 years and you make him eat leftovers? In my house, I call the shots. Then listen up. If my mom doesn't sit, nobody eats. You don't like it? Then let's get a divorce. Fine, whoever chickens out is the loser. After my kid was born, my mother-in-law barely showed up. But my own mom came and raised my child for 18 years. Now my daughter just started college and my mom's packing to go home. But my mother-in-law shows up with 4 huge suitcases ready to move in permanently. Mom, are you really leaving? Sure ye. Nianian's in college now. It's time for me to go back. You and Jingchuan take care of each other. Don't worry about me. Mom, wait, hey, don't just stand there. Get some water. My parents are here to stay. We'll take care of them together from now on. Oh, mother-in-law, leaving already? Your granddaughter's in college. You deserve a break. Of course it's only right. Mom, what do you mean by that? She lived here 18 years, but we can't even come live with our son? Mom, don't go. No need to see her off. She knows the way. It's fine. I'll see myself out. That's my mom. Why can't I walk her out? My mom helped out for 18 years, raised Nianian from birth. Sweetie, don't worry about me. It's really time I went home. You two live well. Don't fight. Mom, that's just his temper. He'll cool off. Move. I won't move. You have to say something nice to my mom today, or nobody gets any peace. Move. I said no. You will say something nice to my mom, or this house is going down. Apologize to him? No way. Hey, is this star moving? I need to move out right now. Take everything in this 3-bedroom that's in my name, all of it. It's 1 a.m. I'll pay 10x. Get here in half an hour. 18 years of my life, and this is all I have to show for it. Who's that at this hour? Hello, star moving. Is this Ms. Shenji? Move what? Who said you could move? Everything registered under my name. Take it all. Not one piece stays. Got it. Mission accomplished. You dare! All this belongs to our Zhou family. Ms. Zhao, I have the receipt and purchase record for every single item. Want to see whose name is on them? You, Shenji Yi. What did I do to deserve a daughter-in-law who moves out on a whim? I married a woman who just packs up and leaves. Ms. Zhao, don't make a scene. Where were you these 18 years? When Nianian had a 104-degree fever, my mom carried him to the hospital. For parent-teacher meetings, my mom braved the blazing sun. When Nianian got into college, my mom cried tears of joy for 3 days. And you? Have you ever changed a single diaper for that child? I'm not in good health. Not in good health? Then how come you're strong enough to move in with all your luggage now? Miss Shen, all done. 4 trucks full. You coming with? Yeah, thanks, guys. Ms. Shen, this 2-bedroom is 1.8 million, paid in full. Down payment 600K. Want to go handle the paperwork? This one, full price. Put it in my mother's name. Shenji Yai, where the hell are you? You emptied the house. My parents don't even have a couch. My dad has a bad heart. What if you give him a heart attack? Bad heart? Then why didn't you bring them here sooner to enjoy life? Why wait until Nianian left for college? What do you really want? Divorce? Let him. Let's see how a single mom with a kid makes it. Sure, you really asked for a divorce? Mom, it's not official yet, but I've made up my mind. Did I say you could leave? That slap was for my mom. Shenji, you hit me? I used to tolerate you. Not anymore. Don't touch me. You're not leaving today. That kick. We're even now. You foolish child. Mom can take a little grievance. A divorced woman with a kid, it's not easy. Mom, let me ask you. Were you happy these 18 years? As long as you're okay. Mom, from now on, I want you to be happy. And I want to be happy too. I'm done selling myself short. Shenjai, you actually showed up? You cleaned out the house? You've got some nerve. I said divorce. Can't we go back to how we were? For Nianian's sake? Let bygones be bygones. Family shouldn't be so petty. When you told my mom to leave right in front of me, did you ever think she's my only family? Did you ever think I'd be heartbroken? What do you really want? You want to tear this family apart? I didn't tear it. You destroyed it with your own hands. I'll have my lawyer send you the divorce papers. The house is yours pre-marriage. I'll claim what the law gives me. The car is mine, bought after marriage. I keep it. Savings split 50-50. As for Nianian, she decides who she wants to live with. 12 transfers to your dad's account? You're something else. It's our money. What's wrong with sending it to my dad? After 20 years of marriage, you steal from us? Jingchuan transferred it. I didn't know. He transfers, you accept. One sends, one takes. You're truly father and son. Zhou Jingchuan, our problem was never your parents, nor Nianian. It's you. Your birth family always comes first. You take everything my mom and I did for granted. You'll regret this. My only regret is not leaving you sooner. 20 years of marriage and it's undone by one transfer. Zhou Jingchuan, you're ruthless. Mom was right. Never harm others, but always guard yourself. Lawyer Jiang, this is Shenji Yi. Jiang, we were in the same business school class. Ji? Oh my god, long time no see. Senior Mingyu, I need to consult you about a divorce case.
Where are you? I'll come to you.
Ji... Senior, sorry to trouble you. No problem, let's get down to business. You said on the phone that your husband transferred all joint assets after you asked for divorce? Yes, 7 figures total, all to his father's name. Here's the transfer timestamp. The morning after I asked for divorce, 12 transfers, each under 50K to avoid flags. What's wrong with that? Everything. Banks have anti-money laundry checks, and over 50K triggers a delay. He split them to get instant transfer. That proves premeditation. Now, I need to ask you a few things. First, how long have you been married? 20 years. Second, did your mother-in-law hardly help with the child? Help? She didn't even come to the hospital when Nyanian was born. My mom came from our hometown the very next day and stayed 18 years. Third, any red flags when your in-laws suddenly moved in? Like overly eager or entitled? They showed up 3 days after Nyanyu's acceptance letter with 4 suitcases. No warning, just walked in. Jingchuan said they came to retire. The timing is too convenient. Nyanian leaves, they arrive. It's not retirement. It's a scheme to push your mom out. Force your mom out, make you emotional, you file for divorce, then you look like the bad guy, and he gets to hide assets legitimately. So for 18 years, I was just the dutiful wife, and my mom was the free nanny. All our sacrifice was taken for granted. Ji, don't get upset yet. We need to fight this legally. Do you still have receipts for the big furniture and appliances? Yes, all of them. I scan and save every important receipt in the cloud. Good, we've got this. First, I'll apply for asset freeze on Zhou Jianguo's account immediately. He won't touch a cent. Second, evidence collection. Besides transfers, I need 18 years of your mom's residence proof and witness statements. Third, statute of limitations is fully on our side. We're in a strong position. Plus your daughter's testimony, all proving your contribution far exceeds Jingchuan's. The house is his premarital property, in his name only. But joint account paid off the mortgage. You're entitled to the repaid principal and appreciation. I can claim that too. It was paid off in 6 months. Key point, the repayment came from your joint account. That means you participated in post-marital repayment. But it was only 300K and paid off in 6 months. How much has that house appreciated? School district, at least 5x. Yeah, about that. So the appreciation on that 300K loan, you can claim compensation now. At 5x, that's 1.5 million plus the principal conservative estimate. 2 million. I can get that much? Not can, you must. It's your legal right, not a favor you beg for. Hello, Mr. Zhou Jingchuan? Yes, what is it? This is a court summons and asset freeze order. Please sign. Summons, Ms. Shenji is suing for divorce and has applied for asset freeze. Your father, Zhou Jianguo's account is now frozen. Here's the copy of the ruling. Please take it. Impossible. How could she move so fast? Mr. Zhou, please sign. She really went that far? Jingchuan, what's wrong with your dad? You look pale. Shenji sued me and froze Dad's account. What? How dare she freeze your dad's account? Because I transferred the money to his name. She says it's malicious transfer of marital assets. Malicious? That's our retirement fund. Why does she get a say? Mom, that money was our joint savings. Half of it is legally hers. Half? She lived in our house for 20 years, ate our food, and now she wants half? Enough. Arguing won't help, Jingchuan. What did your lawyer say? Mr. Zhou, this case is tricky. Lawyer Liu, you've got to help me. That money is my parents' retirement. She can't take it. First, the timing of your transfer is terrible. The day after she filed. Legally, that's easily seen as malicious. Second, you transferred to your father. Even if it's for retirement, do you have a written agreement or witness to prove that? No, that makes it tough. Worst part, the court has frozen your father's account. You can't touch it, she can't touch it. We wait for the verdict. What about the house? It's my premarital property. She can't touch that, right? I checked that too. You had a $300K mortgage when you bought it, paid off in 6 months after marriage, correct? Yes, but I paid it myself. The issue is the payment came from your joint account. Money in a joint account is legally presumed marital property, so you effectively used marital funds to repay premarital debt. How much can she claim? At today's value, that house is at least $5 million. Post-marital repayment plus appreciation. She can demand $1.5 to $2 million. $2 million? What's she laughing about? Calm down, Mr. Zhou. That's just her demand. We can negotiate. Give me a bottom line first. If you settle, you might not pay that much. Settle? She froze my parents' account. That's a settlement? I'll countersue! Mr. Zhou, one more thing I must warn you. What? Is your company's accounting clean? If she digs up financial issues, it won't be just a divorce case. I have nothing to hide. I'm clean. Good, just a heads up. Divorce cases often unearth other problems. Gee, got the news? Zhou Jingchuan's dad's account is frozen. He can't touch a dime. Thanks, Senior Mingyu, also. Any movement from Zhou Jingchuan? He hired a lawyer, Liu, asking around for case details. But I did find a lead. A 26-year-old Chen Xian hired last year. Never heard of her. I have no proof of a personal relationship with Jingchuan yet. But the timing is suspicious. Very suspicious. After Chen Xian joined, several big procurement deals changed suppliers. You mean... I'm not implying anything, just saying. If we need to expand the investigation, we can go that route. For now, let's focus on the asset freeze and divorce case. Chen Xian, 26 suppliers. Last year, Jingchuan traveled a lot for 3 months, always came home late. I asked where he went, said he was with clients. Once I found a long strand of woman's hair on his shirt collar while doing laundry. Not mine. I didn't think much of it then. Thought it might be from a male coworker. What's up, Mingyue? Don't check personal relationships yet. What do you want to check first? The suppliers. He can lie about affairs and deny them. But procurement contracts, payment records, supplier ties, those don't just vanish. I've checked public records after Chen Xian joined among the new suppliers. One is run by her cousin. And prices are abnormal, 30% higher than the original supplier for similar products. Send me the public info. I'll handle the rest personally. You're going to meet Chen Xian? No. I'm giving her a chance to tell the truth. Mr. Zhou, the original suppliers keep asking why we terminated their contracts. Someone also asked the procurement dep to review last year's contract approvals. Who's asking? Not sure yet, procurement says. The person knows the contract dates and payment terms very well. Re-archive all old contracts. No one accesses them without my permission. They're already in the system. Changing archival records now will leave more traces. I told you to handle it, not to teach me. You personally decided to change suppliers. Yes, I did. But you handled the contracts and contacted the suppliers. If anything blows up, you know what to say. Mrs. Shen, I'm not what you think with Mr. Zhou. I didn't ask yet. Three new suppliers. 2 founded less than a year ago. 1 run by your cousin. Prices are 30% higher than original, and all contracts switched after you joined. Those were normal company decisions. I just executed them. I don't care right now if you have a personal relationship. I'm not here to investigate affairs. I'm here for the money. We can settle emotional accounts later. Every extra dollar spent, you'd better think now. Who will ultimately take the blame? What do you want me to say? The truth. Would you even believe me if I told you? You handled the contracts, you contacted the suppliers, you submitted the approvals. If trouble comes, Jingchuan will just say he knew nothing, and all the blame falls on you. Did he already ask you to destroy the old contracts today? Looks like I guessed right. He told me to wipe all old approval records, and you agreed? I had no choice. Everyone has a choice. Some choose to face it, others choose to take the fall for someone else. I do have one thing saved. But first I need to know, what can you give me? I won't protect someone who keeps lying. You hand over evidence. I'll give you a chance to tell the full truth. Tonight at 8, what will Jingchuan come back to the office for? To take the last original procurement contract. Mr. Zhou, why are you here so late? Where are the original contracts for last year's supplier change? They're archived. Pulling them now will leave a timestamp in the system. I asked you, where are they? If you take the originals and internal audit finds them missing tomorrow, how do I explain? Say it's an internal review. Archiving permissions aren't just mine. I can't cover all records. Then figure it out. You handled the contracts, you contacted the suppliers. If this blows, you're the first to take the fall. But you personally decided to change suppliers. Got proof? Hey, don't forget who hired you into this company. He's here. He took the last original procurement contracts. All of them. You wanted evidence. Why didn't you let me stop him? A contract never exists only with the buyer. I already have the signed copies from the original supplier, plus emails and quotes. Then why did you wait for him to go to the archive? Because contracts only prove the procurement had issues. Him taking the originals tonight proves he's scared of an investigation now. The archive system already logged his access, and I sent the original supplier's complaint as you instructed. He told me to change the access log to internal review tomorrow. Don't do it. He'll know I didn't handle it. From now on, don't delete any records for him. Don't touch any system data. Do only one thing. What? Write down exactly what he said about you taking responsibility, word for word. Chenxian, you're not protecting him anymore. You're protecting yourself. Mr. Zhou, management just paused payments to the 3 new suppliers and launched a procurement audit. Who approved that? The original supplier filed a written complaint about abnormal pricing and unjustified termination. When complaint triggers an audit, who's behind this? The audit team also pulled archive logs. System shows you entered the archive at 8:40 last night and took 3 related contracts. I was just reviewing company files. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with the access, but those 3 originals haven't been returned. System logs can be changed. Update the reason to internal review. Once the internal audit started, those logs were auto-backed up. I can't modify them. Xinjiang! She sent a full statement to the audit team this morning, detailing the supplier switch. In it, she clearly wrote that changing suppliers and raising prices were done per your instructions. She dares to throw me under the bus! The supplier complaint, the audit, Chen Xian's statement. You arranged all of it, didn't you? Why the original supplier complained, you know better than I do. You're not satisfied with taking half in the divorce? Now you want to destroy my company? I didn't make you go to the archive last night, nor did I make you take those 3 contracts. How do you know? You took the company's originals, but the supplier still has complete signed copies. Quotes, emails, termination notices, they kept everything. Don't touch me. Taking those contracts last night didn't destroy evidence. It proved you knew they were problematic. Chen Zian is helping you too. She's not helping me, she just doesn't want to take all the blame for you. Shen Jie, are you trying to corner me? What cornered you is every single time you reach for something you thought no one would notice. What else have you found? So far, I only have procurement contracts. Those 3 months you traveled so often, where did the money go and where did you go? I haven't started on that yet. Jingchuan knows I submitted the statement, so first he accused me of betraying him. Then he said if I retract it, he'll protect me. Do you believe him? I have 3 things. 1, voice recording of him asking to change suppliers. 2, chat backup of him telling me to jack up prices. 3, transfer records from my cousin's company to me. How much did you take? Total 280 ka. So you weren't tricked into this. You knew the prices were off and that your cousin's company couldn't deliver like the original. He told me it was just a normal internal adjustment. 280K is also normal? Chen Zian, I won't paint you as a victim. You took money, participated in the contracts, and helped cover it up. You can't escape responsibility. You're telling the truth now, not because you suddenly grew a conscience. It's because he's about to throw you under the bus. At least I'm handing over what I have. Then tell the whole story. Higher prices are fine, as long as the supplier plays ball. How do you split the extra? You and your cousin figure it out. If something goes wrong, just blame it on procurement not doing their price checks. With this many people in the company, it'll never trace back to me. He didn't just decide to throw you under the bus today. From the very first contract you ever handled, he'd already set up his escape route. He's already reached out to you, hasn't he? I'm asking you a question. Yeah, he did. What did you give him? What he deserved. Don't touch me. Do you have any idea that every single document you're handing over right now could come back to bite you hard? So I'm just supposed to keep covering for you? Who brought you into this company? Who took you from a random office clerk to head of procurement? You promised you'd leave your marriage. You promised me a future. And then when things actually went south, your first instinct wasn't to protect me, it was to make me the scapegoat. Babe, I was just panicking, okay? When things went south, your first instinct wasn't to protect me, it was to make me the scapegoat. If I was just panicking back then, at the end of the day, internal company matters stay internal. Then say it again. Say it. Tell me to withdraw my statement. Tell me the contract issues are on me. Tell me I was the one who changed suppliers. Are you recording this? I'm just done being fooled by you twice. He never said he'd let me off the hook, but at least he wasn't out here promising me a future while quietly stacking all the evidence under my name. Su Jingchuan, when you promised me a future, were you already planning to pin everything on me the moment things got rough? What about your daughter? He's at work. He froze our family accounts and launched an investigation into Jingchuan's company. Are you two just dead set on pushing our whole family off a cliff? The money in that account? Your son transferred it out of our joint marital funds. That was our retirement savings. Earned by who exactly? That money was earned by your son and my daughter after they got married. You two didn't put a single cent into it. So how exactly does that make it your retirement fund? Your daughter has lived under our roof for 20 years, eaten our food, used our home, and now she wants to come back and take a cut. All the money he earned over the years, his paycheck went straight into Zhou Jingchuan's account. The utilities, the kids' school fees, your holiday gifts, every single one of them came out of his pocket. Isn't that just what he's supposed to do? And what about me? After Nyanian was born, I was the one getting up at night to make bottles. I was the one taking her to the doctor, driving her to school, cooking for your entire family for 18 years. You're the kid's grandmother, taking care of your own granddaughter. You want to get paid for that? Yeah, I used to think that way too. So for 18 years, not one of you ever asked if I was tired or if I wanted a life of my own. You found yourself a job now, didn't you? Quit playing the victim. Stay out of adult business, kid. I heard everything you just said. You said mom was mooching off your family. You said grandma taking care of me was just what she's supposed to do. Isn't that true? We're family. Why split hairs? When it's convenient, we're family. But now that mom wants a divorce and her fair share, suddenly she doesn't deserve a thing? Whose side are you even on? I'm on mom's side. Grandma raised me. Nianian, don't talk to your grandma like that. She's just stressed she didn't mean it. Don't follow your mom and turn this house upside down. Dad, did you secretly transfer that money to grandpa? This is adult financial planning. Did mom know about it? You didn't tell mom when you moved it. Now that she's filed for a freeze, you're calling her the villain? Who taught you to talk like this?
Nobody. I just finally figured it out. When I was little and had a fever, Grandma held me all night. When it rained at school, Grandma was waiting with an umbrella. When you two were busy, Grandma cooked for me and helped me with homework.
And yet you just said all that was what she's supposed to do. She's your grandma. Who else is going to take care of you? Then you're my grandma too, so why was it always grandma taking care of me for 18 years? She's your grandma. Who else is going to take care of you? Then you're my grandma too, so why was it always grandma for 18 years? Enough, Dad. I just want to ask you one thing. Was grandma's 18 years of raising me really worth nothing to you? So mom wasn't just leaving a husband, she was leaving a family that never truly treated her or grandma as family. Nianian, come home with me. Why would I go back to a house where grandma's 18 years are worth nothing? Mr. Zhou, the internal audit team needs you on site this afternoon. Chen Ziyan's recording has passed verification. A slightly higher price doesn't matter as long as the supplier plays ball. How do we split the extra? You and your cousin figure it out. Mr. Zhou, is that your voice? One sentence taken out of context proves nothing. The voice content lines up perfectly with 3 procurement approvals. You signed off on all 3 price adjustments. Chen Ziyan handled procurement and vendor selection. I just signed off based on department recommendations. Her handover notes are crystal clear. She briefed you personally before every single supplier change. You were the final approver on all 3 adjustments. Chen Ziyan handled procurement and vendor selection. I just signed off. Her notes show she briefed you before every supplier change. Effective immediately, your procurement, payment, and contract approval authority is suspended. You have no authority to do that. My permissions are company granted. Until all relevant materials are cleared, please refrain from accessing procurement records. They froze my approval rights. The voice recording is real? That was just work stuff. Taking contracts home last night, was that also just work stuff? I was just reviewing company materials. Normal reviews don't involve taking originals home late at night or having Chen Xian alter review logs. He dumped everything on me and now he's the good guy. He's got more on him. That's why you can't reach out. Any pressure to withdraw statements or alter records will just become more evidence. So I'm just supposed to sit here and watch him destroy me? What put you in this position wasn't what he said, it's what you did. And all of it left a paper trail. From now on, don't touch company files, don't ask anyone to alter records, and don't go picking another fight with Shenji. You're planning to see him? She's my wife. Right now, she's the opposing party in this case. You better keep that straight. You've got 10 minutes. We don't have to let it get this ugly. Accounts frozen, company under audit, and Nianyan won't even take my calls. So which one are you here for? The money, the company, or the fact that Nianyan doesn't trust you anymore? Nianyan's still young. She shouldn't be dragged into adult drama. I'm not the one who dragged her into it. You did, when you transferred our joint savings and told her it was perfectly normal. I'm not here to argue about who's right or wrong. Then what are you here for? Drop the company investigation. Let's renegotiate the divorce terms. You just said this was about Nianyan. Turns out she was just your opening line. If the company goes under, how does that help Nianyan? Whether the company has issues doesn't depend on me investigating. It depends on what you actually did. Trey! We were together for 20 years. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Now you remember the 20 years? You didn't remember when you transferred our joint savings. You didn't remember when you had your lawyer fight to keep the house and the money. You definitely didn't remember when you pinned the procurement mess on Chen Ziyan. So you know everything. Not everything. That's why you're scared. What am I scared of? You're scared you won't get the money back. Scared you'll have to compensate for the house. Scared the company investigation will go deeper. And most of all, scared that Nianyan will finally realize your so-called family was always just about you. I came to you hat in hand today. What more do you want? You call this hat in hand? You haven't apologized to me. You haven't apologized to my mom. You haven't even admitted you did anything wrong. You just realized that the person who held your family together, kept your company stable, and handled all the messy stuff is gone. Zhou Jingchuan, you don't miss me. You just finally realized that without me holding things together, you can't keep a single thing from falling apart. Mr. Zhou, 2 of our long-term partners just paused future orders. They want a formal explanation of the procurement audit results first. Hold on, 2 paused orders, 3 demanding audit results. What does that mean? The company won't explain, they're just coming after me. It's not personal. Irregular pricing, supplier switches, and late-night file pulls, they all line up. Chen Xian handled procurement. I just signed off. You were the final approver. There's too much paperwork. I can't personally vet every single one. Yesterday you said supplier changes were standard procedure. Today you say you didn't vet them. Your story's not adding up. Your procurement, payment, and contract approval authority is suspended until the audit is complete. You cannot represent the company externally. Document access rights are also being adjusted. Chen Xian handled procurement. I just signed off. You were the final approver. There's too much paperwork. I can't vet every single one. Yesterday it was standard procedure. Today you didn't vet them. It's not adding up. Jingchuan's orders are all suspended now. Happy? The company's problems and whether I'm happy, those are two separate things. If you hadn't pushed for that investigation, none of this would have blown up. If there's nothing wrong, nobody can find anything wrong. Drop the asset claims right now. Tell the company this was all just a misunderstanding between a married couple. The money in that account, Zhou Jingchuan moved it. He took the procurement contracts himself. Zhu Jingchuan moved the money. He took the contracts himself. Chen Xian didn't submit those materials, and I didn't write them for her either. But you're his wife. If he goes down, do you think you'll be fine? When he transferred our joint savings, did he remember I was his wife? When he tried to leave me with nothing, did he remember we'd been together 20 years? Nobody wins when it gets to this point. You only realize that after your accounts got frozen. But before that, none of you ever asked whether half of that money was mine. Are you determined to tear this family apart? I'm not the one tearing it apart. You are, by taking my contributions for granted, treating my mom's 18 years as no big deal, and transferring our joint savings behind my back, piece by piece. Are you done? If you're done, please leave. You're kicking me out? This is Zhi's place, not the Zhou house. A few days outside and you think you're somebody now? Whether I'm somebody isn't for you to decide. For 18 years, I got up at 6 to cook, clean, and take care of Nianyan. No pay, not even a thank you. So who's going to cook for the Zhous now? Who's going to take care of Nianyan? I'll always be there for Nianyan, but your family's daily life? That's on you now. Nianyan, come home with Dad. Home? Where's that exactly? Grandma says Mom doesn't deserve anything. Grandpa's sitting on Mom's money. And Grandma's 18 years of raising me is just what she's supposed to do. Which home are you talking about? Nianyan, the company's in trouble and your mom's still pushing. You should tell her to back off. You want me to come back so I can talk Mom down? I'm not your bargaining chip. I'm staying with Mom and Grandma from now on. You said those 3 months of travel records are linked to payments. How exactly? Zhou Jingchuan had 9 out-of-town trips last year. On paper, they were client visits, but 6 of them were actually meetings with new supplier reps. Those meetings aren't in his expense reports. Normal expenses? No, because those costs weren't run through the company's normal reimbursement process. Where did they come from then? The suppliers covered them separately. How much are we talking? 7 payments total, over 1.8 million. Four went to your cousin's account. 3 went to a new supply chain company. Who's the contact? Xu Cheng, Zhou Jingchuan's college buddy. Xu Cheng, you know him? I've met him twice. That was on the 4th and 7th trips. The new company has no real track record, yet they've already touched 6 long-term clients, and their business overlaps exactly with Zhou Jingchuan's department. He said it was just client maintenance. That's not maintenance. That's prepping to walk away with the clients. It's all Shenji's fault. He's deliberately making our lives miserable. You know exactly why he left. Enough. Nianyan moved out, the company's freezing my authority, and all you two can do is point fingers at each other. Mr. Zhou, I've taken a leave of absence. I'm not here to take sides today, just tell me the facts. Starting last year, Zhou Jingchuan requested 7 consulting fee payments. Were the approvals in order? On paper, yes. But the actual services were vague. Yet those client files showed up in Xu Cheng's new company's proposal. Zhou Jingchuan told me to delete the analysis spreadsheet, but I have the original files and revision history right here. I'm done covering for him. Those consulting fees don't prove anything real. Procurement payments, client files, and travel records all line up. How much does the company know? Enough to suspend all your management authority. The person the company needs to guard against right now is you. Who are you planning to call? Xu Cheng? Contacting him right now will only make things worse. Then what am I supposed to do? Stop creating new problems. I asked how to save the company. I can give a little more on the house compensation. I'll drop the frozen joint savings entirely. Let my parents keep it all. In exchange, drop the company investigation. What you're giving up was never all yours to begin with. Joint savings, Hun Ho Huan Dai, property appreciation. I have legal claims to all of it. As for the house compensation, I'm willing to negotiate on your proposed amount. I'll drop the frozen joint savings entirely. Let my parents keep it. In exchange, drop the company investigation. Drop the company investigation. Assets are assets. The company is the company. Let's end this marriage without dragging each other through the mud. What you're giving up was never fully yours. Joint savings, hunho huandai, property appreciation. I have claims to all of it. And now you're trying to trade that for my silence? That's not a concession. I can take less or nothing as long as I stop digging into that 1.8 million Shuchung's new company and those 6 clients. So Hanli was telling the truth. You were fishing for information? If the company collapses, nobody benefits. The company's in trouble because someone treated it like their personal backup plan. I did what I did to keep an exit strategy. So you admit it? You inflated procurement prices, siphoned funds to set up another company, and fed them client data, so when the original company tanked, you'd walk away with the key clients. I never actually took any clients, because you didn't get the chance. I've offered to drop all asset disputes. What more do you want? I want you to stop using other people's losses as leverage for your own deals. You're willing to give up the house and savings today, not because you finally realize you were wrong, but because you're about to lose even more. Assets will be handled according to the facts. The company's issues will also be handled according to the facts. You're really not leaving me any room? I gave you plenty of room for 20 years. Now it's time to let the facts speak. What do you want to talk about? 6 long-term clients. The order is identical. Contract end dates match. 负责人历史报接区间也全部对应. It's normal for competitors to research clients. Even the internal-only notes are identical. This data could only have come from someone with access. And the day after the file was created, you emailed it from your personal account. The recipient? Xu Cheng. Mr. Xu, who provided the information for this client proposal? The base data came from Mr. Zhou. Xu Cheng, you'd better be careful with your words. Client list, pricing ranges, contract timelines. Zhou Jingchuan sent all of it to me. Questionable payments, client data leaked externally. I've been with this company for years. Without me, there'd be no clients, no scale. The company acknowledges your contributions, but contributions don't justify harming the company's interests. Management has reached a consensus. Effective today, all your management roles are terminated. Say that again? Procurement, payments, contracts, clients, and personnel authority, all suspended. You can't manage those clients without me. The company will assign other personnel to take over. They only listen to me. That doesn't justify handing client data to a competing company. Until the handover is complete, you may not contact any clients in your former management capacity. You're pushing me out? You prepared to leave the company first. As of now, you no longer have a management relationship with the company. I heard from lawyer Liu that you're not fighting for the house or the frozen money. Who told you that? That's a house. That's a huge sum of money. You're just giving it up? Fighting over those assets will only make Shenji dig deeper into the company. He investigates and you get scared? The company already terminated me. That fast? Xu Cheng told them everything about the client data. Han Li handed over the email records. Then you definitely can't let Shenji have the house and money. You don't even have a job anymore. If you give away the assets too, what's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to you? I moved the money into Dad's account. I lost the company. I pushed Nyanian away. So you should keep whatever you can. If we don't care about money, are we just supposed to have nothing? Where will we live if you give him the house? What will Dad live on if you give him the money? You don't even have a job anymore. Have you thought about this family at all? I thought about this family for 20 years. But all you ever meant by family was the house and the money. Shen Zhi left. You blamed him. Nianian left. You blamed her. Now the company fired me, and your first question is still about the money. Who else would we blame? If he hadn't kept pushing, none of this would have happened. The police went to see Nianian first. What do you want with me? Dad wants to say a few words to you. I've lost my position at the company. I'm not going to fight for the house or the joint savings anymore. Dad knows he's let you down. Just me? What about Mom? What about Grandma? I admit it. I didn't handle some things well in the past. But this isn't all on me. If your mom hadn't kept pushing for that investigation, if she'd been willing to sit down and talk earlier, a lot of this could have been avoided. Dad made some bad calls, sure, but she went too far too. So you came to me not to apologize? I've already agreed to give up the assets and I lost my job. What more do you want from me? All you talk about is what you lost. The house, the money, the job. You never once said how much it hurt Mom when you kept things from her. You never once said Grandma's 18 years of raising me shouldn't. Mo Ren Wenben. It's not that you don't know what you did. It's that you always thought if you just gave up something at the end, everyone would take you back. But an apology isn't buying forgiveness with assets. Anything else you need from me? We're not going over the audit again today, just confirming the handover. Client files, all original contracts and department documents have been recovered. Your former responsibilities will be taken over by other managers. Until all related matters are resolved, you may not contact employees, clients, or partners in the company's name. So you're pinning everything on me? I never said I had no responsibility. I was involved in supplier changes and took improper benefits. I've documented everything I was part of, and I'll accept the consequences. I'll accept whatever the company decides. You saying all this now? Trying to prove you're cleaner than me? I'm not clean, but I'm owning my part, and I'm not going to keep owning yours too. You decided on the supplier changes. You set the price hikes. You handed client data to Shucheng. Without me, you wouldn't even have gotten into this company. So I always thought I was repaying you. Now I realize every opportunity you gave anyone came with a preset liability attached. Chen Xian has been removed from all company work and will no longer access company files. You always think everyone who leaves you is betraying you, but you never stop to think that you're the one who treated every single person like a disposable tool. Both sides have reached a written agreement on the major assets. Once the joint savings are unfrozen, they'll be distributed according to each party's actual share. You'll compensate Shenji for the Hunho Huandai and corresponding property appreciation. Your parents have no proof of contribution, so they can't claim the entire joint savings as theirs. How much will he end up with? It's not about how much he takes from you, it's about how much that was always his going back to him. I'm not fighting it anymore. You not fighting it doesn't mean you're giving anything away. 20 years of income, mortgage payments, and household expenses, those weren't your achievement alone. I did make most of the big decisions in this family, but making decisions doesn't mean you own all the results. Once the paperwork is done, will he never see me again? That's not a legal question. And it's not something you can buy back by giving up a few assets. You've always calculated how much you give up and how much you should get back in return. But trust isn't property. You can't split it proportionally. I used to think, as long as I was making money, this family couldn't do without me. Now I realize the day they left, they'd already stopped needing me a long time ago. You actually signed? Signed. And the money? It'll be handled according to actual shares. According to actual shares. Are you out of your mind? You don't even have a job anymore. If you split the assets too, what's going to happen to this family? We'll make it on our own. Dad has his own plans. You have your own income and savings. What's that going to cover? Shen Jie and his mom built a life on their own. Why can't we? Back then, someone else cooked the meals, did the laundry, took care of Nianian. We got so used to it that we thought it was all just what they're supposed to do. Isn't family supposed to take care of each other? Take care of each other? What did we ever do for them? We benefited for 20 years and never even said thank you. What's the point of saying that now? They're already gone. Exactly because they're gone, I finally see it. The asset decision is final. Don't go after Shenji anymore. Don't bother her mom either. Our lives, we handle them ourselves from now on. I'm your mother. Dad has his own plans. You have your own income and savings. What's that gonna cover? Shenji and his mom built a life on their own, why can't we? Back then, someone else cooked, did laundry, took care of Nianian. All the key items are confirmed. Please review them. I'm not here to renegotiate terms today. And I'm not here to beg you to come back. Transferring our joint savings, that was wrong. Trying to keep every asset for myself, that was wrong too. I always thought, the one who makes the money should call all the shots. But all these years you earned just as much as I did. You carried more of the load at home than I ever did. Your mom raised Nianian for 18 years. And I never once genuinely thanked her. I always used my stress as an excuse. I thought if it was for the family, everyone should just understand. Until everyone left. And I finally understood that what I was protecting wasn't this family. It was my place in it. I hear you, but we're not coming back. A real apology isn't about getting me to take you back. It's about you not hurting anyone else the same way ever again. Ji, take care of yourself. That I can already say to myself now. The new project has been officially assigned to you. I know. So the job's set? It's set. The person in charge asked if I'd be willing to mentor 2 new hires. Grandma's gonna be a teacher. I've been cooking all these years. I guess I've picked up a thing or two. Not a thing or two. Your experience is finally being seen. From now on, the 3 of us are going to do what we actually want to do. Grandma's doing work she loves. Mom's working on her own project. What about you? I'm going to find my own path first. I used to think patience could hold a family together. Then I realized a place without respect isn't worth sacrificing for. Now I found my mother again.